Welcome back to Warrior Wrestling's greatest matches. Pure wrestling. It's made a comeback these last several years. I'm talking about mat classics, technical wrestling. And we were treated to such at the Warrior Wrestling Stadium Series Night 2 Under the Lights. Here's Alex Shelley versus the Foundation, Jonathan Gresham.
Perhaps Gresham, like a goaltender, a lot of times you hear goaltenders don't grow into their own until they hit their 30s. That could be the same type of thing for Gresham.
I think that's absolutely right. I think that Gresham, being a part of that blood sport crew has really done a lot for his confidence to show that he could tango and hang with guys on that level. But let's not forget here, we saw a nice, friendly handshake between these two men to start the match. It was back in 2017 that Gresham actually aligned with the Motor City Machine Guns and Jay White to form Search and Destroy. So not only have these men been across the ring from each other, they spent a lot of time with each other on the road. They know each other's moveset in and out, which is going to create a very interesting matchup here tonight.
Yeah, I understand that they've spent quite a bit of time not only training together, but grappling with one another, sparring with one another. So no doubt about it, there's not a whole lot that either can pull out of their back pocket that the other won't be ready for. It's just a matter of who can stun whom the longest to get one of those types of moves in.
You're absolutely right about that. It's going to be quick, repeated hits that are going to lead to an opening for one of these men to run away with it. And right now you see in the center of the ring, Alex Shelley here, wrenching away at the arm of Jonathan Gresham. Of course, it was at the last show that we saw Alex Shelley in action shortly after that big storm that happened. He was taking on TJP, and the ring was wet, the ropes were wet. Alex Shelley, TJP, they still had to wrestle. They went out there, they went out and put on a technical classic because they were just unable to use large portions of the ring. I think a match like that may have surreptitiously prepared Alex Shelley, put him in a mindset where he's more ready for this battle with Jonathan Gresham.
You're using those big words again. You're insulting our audience. What about the young kids who don't know what surreptitiously means?
Oh, he accidentally prepared for the bout because of circumstances.
Oh, I got you. Okay, good.
Sorry, I didn't have to slow that one down for you there. I think that our audience is some of the smartest people in all of pro wrestling.
I'm not putting our audience down. I'm trying to make sure that everybody knows what you're talking. You like to throw out those 10-cent words. It makes you feel good.
Sounds to me like Rich called you all out. I just want to say that on the record. All right, here we go. Right in the middle of the ring, Alex Shelley here cutting off the windpipe to Jonathan Gresham using the...
Just because you want to use big words, you can't be clear, you can't be, speaking plain English to the people, doesn't mean that I have to sit here and put up with it.
Well, look, my resolute disposition is something that is absolutely going to be something I'm standing by here tonight, Rich. And with that resoluteness, we watch Alex Shelley here trying to manipulate Jonathan Gresham. He's going to put the octopus in an octopus lock or a hold here. It looked like he was trying for it. No, Gresham able to block it, his signature move. And Alex Shelley once again trying to manipulate the joints of Jonathan Gresham over. And then, wow, look at these two vying for that top position, maybe looking for a pinfall. And Gresham here wrapping up the legs of Alex Shelley, wrenching away, twisting him up. And that is a huge amount of pain being applied to the knee and ankle.
Look at that toe hold on tight. And as you said, Shelley doing everything he can. And, credit to him as well, the amount of pain that he's in, keeping his shoulders up off the mat.
That's what it's all about, Rich. Keep your shoulders off the mat. Keep yourself in the game. That's what they say. Dick the Bruiser used to say that.
No kidding, huh?
All the time.
Nick Hausman, full of history for us all here tonight.
Yeah.
Warrior Wrestling. Happy to have you along. I'm Rich Bocchini. Val Capone was here with us earlier. She's going to be back later on for an exciting intergender tag team matchup.
Next bout, Rich.
Get Tay Conti's first independent matchup. I know she just signed with AEW, so perhaps for some of our fans, maybe the first real look they've gotten at her.
Yep, and Luchasaurus, of course, will be her tag team partner here tonight. One-third of Jurassic Express over in AEW.
And right now it is Gresham, who is, oh, wait a minute now. I thought Gresham had that in tight instead of Shelley, who now has the leg tied up. And, hold on, look at that. Float over. The legs and the arms tied up, and crucifix cover, 1 count.
And the fans in attendance rewarding these two athletes with a big round of applause here. And again, these men know each other so well. It's going to be interesting to see
crowd on hand tonight here on the Spartans football field. Another handshake. A couple hundred fans on tap here tonight, and again, next week we will be right back here. We invite you to join us if you're in the Chicago area. WarriorWrestling.net is the place to get your tickets. The third and final Stadium Series matchup before things get really chilly here in Chicago, Nick.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on here. Leg tied up. Again, Shelley putting the pressure on the ankle. He's got the toe tied up, and wow, what a counter there by Gresham. Floating over into the figure four, Indian deathlock perhaps.
And Jonathan Gresham here, I feel, has a lot more on the line, Rich, as Gresham has been outspoken about his desire to bring back the Pure Championship to Ring of Honor. And of course, right now the Pure title tournament is going on over on ROH TV. Gresham advancing out of that opening round. And a lot of people pegging Gresham to walk away with the win in this tournament.
Another nice counter there by Shelley.
Yeah, no, 100%. You know, and Shelley here pushing Jonathan Gresham to his limits. Of course, Alex Shelley, no stranger to the world of Ring of Honor. He knows exactly what that Pure Championship means. And I don't think Gresham wants to lose right now to Alex Shelley while he's in the midst of his quest for that pure gold himself. And again, Alex Shelley wrenching away at that arm, floating over like a bumblebee, stinging like a bee as he throws Jonathan Gresham to the ground one more time. Nice snap to the mat, and Gresham down, feeling that writhing pain as Alex Shelley once again working on that arm.
You talk about Shelley's history with the Ring of Honor and the Pure Championship that Gresham wants to bring back. I mean, really, Alex Shelley was there at the very beginning of Ring of Honor, all the way back in 2003.
Yes, he was. And, you know, look at all of the things that Alex Shelley has done in his career. And Jonathan Gresham, a lot of years left to go. Near fall.
Yeah, nearly got him. Shelley again now with the leg tied up.
And it looked like Jonathan Gresham went nose first right into that mat.
Yeah,
that's an easy way to bust that, bridge your nose right in half.
Knock a couple teeth out perhaps.
Yeah, and you don't want that again. You know, these guys have to go back to work, right? They've got jobs at Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling.
Maybe a little bit of a shortcut there.
Yeah,
by Gresham. I don't know whether or not he grabbed Shelley by the shoulders or whether or not he got a handful of hair. Tough to tell from where we sit. Either way, down went Shelley, the double stop, and it is Gresham looking like he's in charge.
Yeah, Gresham here, the real ring general at the moment, just very carefully picking his next spot. You know, and again, talking to Gresham, you know, one of the things I wanted to hear him talk about was the many times I've heard wrestlers have late tell me that Jonathan Gresham's a locker room leader, right? This is a guy that a lot of wrestlers are now looking up to. And one of the people he credited with that is Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal prepared him to be looked at like that. And while he doesn't necessarily see himself a locker room leader quite yet, he did credit Lethal for giving him a lot of those leadership skills and also for teaching him the ins and outs of the manipulation in the ring, saying how good Jay Lethal really is at this style and people never give him credit. Of course, they're tag team champions in Ring of Honor now, and wow, look at that. Gresham falling to the mat to throw all of his weight into that hold, and now just piece by piece.
Wow.
He's got him by the arms.
How do you even think of bending and twisting somebody like that?
You know, you think of Stu Hart. You know, you think of the Hart family. How these guys just enjoy being down in the basement.
Nah, let me get a hold of you around there. You just twist it back and I think, well, hold on here. Shoulders are down and a 2 count.
Yeah, you know, it is. It's Jonathan Gresham here. He's enjoying stretching out Alex Shelley.
And we're not making fun of Stu Hart by any means.
No,
but
not at all.
If you've ever seen any old videos or you hear anybody talk about Stu Hart, it's exactly what he sounded like. Let me get a hold of you there. You twist that arm back. And
you know, much like Stu Hart, one other thing I talked to Jonathan about was how he is helping that next generation. He stepped up as the head coach of the ROH dojo, right? So this guy, not only is he wrestling, is he doing this, he's putting his all into it, he's taking these young wrestlers and for fun, stretching them out. He gets to try out these kind of moves on people all the time, Rich. This guy's arsenal is incredible.
Gresham with the hammer lock. Shelley trying to find a way out, and Gresham has the answer for it. You know, Nick, I gotta ask you though, Gresham is a guy that I've heard about for a number of years, probably almost as long as I've been working in professional wrestling, some almost 9-10 years now. And we mentioned this earlier on, it seems like Gresham is just starting to come into his own, but he's been talked about as being one of the next big stars for so long. Hold on here, Gresham.
And he landed on his feet, yeah.
I wanted to ask you, though, what do you think it has been that has kept Gresham from reaching that next level?
It's all personality, right? You know, that guy could go in the ring, but no, very little show, right? Gresham really tried to personify that Dean Malenko Iceman type style. And, you know, for a guy, as he would say, of his size, you got to do more to stand out. You know, it's not enough to just be an incredible in-ring performer anymore. So I think once he started to find who he was as a person, started to experiment with this octopus moniker, I think it gave him that confidence, and I think it made him feel like he belonged at the top of the card in pro wrestling. He's getting there, Rich.
Hold on, wheelbarrow. To the arm bar, now Shelley. Oh!
Ooh, and I heard that snap, Rich.
Yeah, I could have snapped the elbow right out of position, but, oh! Answered by Gresham. Oh!
And both men thinking the same thing at the same time.
That's not surprising, given their history.
And a smattering of applause here from the fans in attendance.
You know, you mentioned a guy like Dean Malenko. What a great comparison that is when you look at a guy like Gresham. As the referee continues to count here, somebody's going to have to get to their feet.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Both trying to shake off the numbness in the arms. Referee Rob King to the 7 count and now ruling that both are able to continue. But, you know, you look at a guy like Gresham and you think of Dean Malenko. I mean, both roughly maybe around the same height, 5'5", 5'6", about 160 pounds.
Sure.
It's almost uncanny.
Oh, it is. It is very uncanny, you know. And Dean Malenko was fortunate to, you know, be surrounded by flamboyant characters, you know, when he was in the Four Horsemen or when he was in the Radicals, right? Gresham, a man alone here. And look at these two just going at it in the middle of the ring right now.
Oh, no. Oh, Shelley! Shelley ratcheted that arm down.
And a viciousness that we don't typically see from Alex Shelley.
Man, that elbow bent the wrong way.
And now following up here, tried to twist that around.
What a counter by Gresham, and quickly countered even quicker by Shelley.
These two are like oil and water. They just don't mix. Wow. That was a really inventive pinfall from Alex Shelley there.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, from where we sit, it looked like he had Gresham face down, but instead he curled him up and had the shoulders down.
Yeah.
Look at this here.
Very subtle.
Wow. Now that is a pinning combo. That's something else.
As he was pinning Gresham, did you notice he grabbed the leg like he was also going to go for a submission move?
Yeah, absolutely.
These guys are in another world right now.
Now, what are you saying, oil and water? I'd say that these two are mixing quite well.
Well, I just mean as soon as one tries to do something the other seems to slip away.
Countered. And a quick turnaround there by Shelley. Gresham now back in charge. I mean, it is lightning quick. Who's in control?
It's moment to moment. It changes. And here we go. Could this be it?
Shelley has Gresham shoulders down.
No way. I think the Gresham pinned Shelley.
No. Shelley had no.
Gresham.
No. I think Shelley got it. Shelley pinned him.
No.
No, wait a minute. Hold on here. Well, let's wait for the official.
That was Gresham. Gresham pinned him. That's a draw, Rich.
Wow. Yeah, Nick, I gotta say, hold on, wait a minute here. Referee Rob King going over to ring announcer Kirby. Is that a draw? I have never seen this happen.
It was a double pinfall. They pinned each other at the same time. I mean,
the referee has ruled this a double pin, no contest. The match is a draw.
Nick, I have called probably close to, I don't know, a couple thousand wrestling matches in my career. I've never seen this outcome.
Well, you know, Rich, again, it's once in a life. It's a blue moon here tonight. Between that pinfall that we saw earlier where those two, Lee Murati and Trey, just rolled into each other, and this double pinfall we're seeing here with Gresham and Alex Shelley, I don't think these two are done. I think that we've got more to see between Jonathan Gresham and Alex Shelley. And there it is, a nice sign of respect between these two former Seek and Destroy partners. Jonathan Gresham trying to lift the arm of Alex Shelley to celebrate this moment, but Alex Shelley obviously still feeling the pain from the bout.
Hey you! Are you a professional wrestling fan? Check out the High Spots Wrestling Network. Hours and hours of the best pro wrestling on the planet. Streaming on your phone, tablet, PC, and available on Roku. thousands of videos, all the top indie promotions. So what are you waiting for, champ? Head over to www.highspotswrestlingnetwork.com and check it out today. Hashtag HSWN. It's the best $9.99 in the biz.
Women's wrestling has been a staple of Warrior Wrestling since the very beginning. Here is one of our early standout matches. From Warrior Wrestling 3, it's Kylie Rae making her Warrior Wrestling debut versus Jordynne Grace.
Well, there it is, the Progress Women's Championship. And I say progress, right? Because I want to say it correctly.
Yeah, progress.
Yeah, not that. I suppose it depends where you're at, but there's a great debate, isn't there? In America, do we say progress or progress?
No, I think either way, as long as you're showing respect for the company. That is a prestigious championship that Jordynne Grace is carrying around, and she looks across the ring now again at Kylie Rae. As I was mentioning before, these two went heads up in Houston, Booker T's backyard in May 2018. Jordynne Grace won their first singles contest with a sit-out powerbomb. We're going to find out here tonight if Kylie Rae is going to be able to settle the score and tie it up one apiece.
Well, the hometown favorite getting an opportunity here at that prestigious championship. And, Kylie's made some noise in wrestling the past couple of years, but imagine a win here tonight to capture that championship over Jordynne Grace. That would skyrocket her career, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, as well known as Kylie is, as great as her 2018 has been, it's definitely hard to ignore Jordynne Grace.
Well, it's 2019 now, Nick.
It is, but she had a great 2018. But as we come into 2019 here, Jordynne Grace, she's a centerpiece now for Impact Wrestling. Again, she was so featured at All In. There's a lot of rumors about what's going on with AEW. Jordynne Grace is certainly the queen of the mountain at the moment, and Kylie Rae looking to kick her off the top of it.
I don't know that I can recall seeing such a powerful female professional wrestler.
No, of course, she's known to do the Vader bomb from time to time to finish off opponents. Channeling big, strong men like Vader from the past. Definitely can draw a lot of those comparisons. Very unique. Not many women like Jordynne Grace in women's wrestling.
Nice transition or counter there by Kylie.
And I mentioned earlier, Kylie, big Pokemon fan, wearing her Pikachu tonight.
Is that what that is?
That's their Pikachu outfit, the electric Pokemon.
Okay. How do you know so much about Pokemon?
Well, I play a lot of Pokemon Go, Rich. I'm a level 36 trainer.
How old are you again?
33.
That was more of a rhetorical question. Oh, right back into that side headlock.
Yes, Jordynne Grace, the more powerful of the two wrestlers. Kylie maybe a little bit more quick. Very smart on Jordynne's part to try to ground Kylie Rae with those side headlocks on the ground. And look at that, slamming Kylie straight to the canvas.
Hey, Jordynne can move too.
Oh, no doubt.
Low drop kick there, right in the looked like the upper thigh.
Yeah, but as quick as Jordynne can move,
That is a lightning quick uppercut, isn't it?
There you go. That's a good Pikachu reference. It's good.
Corner cannonball a la Otto Vons. Down into the cover. Kylie only gets a 1 count.
Barely even that.
Yeah.
Jordynne Grace shoved her off her like that very heavy bar she benches.
You see just the extra effort that it took to hook Jordynne's leg on Kylie's part?
That's the thing is with Jordynne, low to the ground, good center, nice base, very difficult to knock her off her feet. Conducting right now, sending Kylie exactly where she wants her to go.
Pair of Irish whips into the turnbuckles and now a third. And each time Kylie just crumbles down. Imagine the force on the back.
Oh, brutal, Rich. That's exactly why she followed it up with that.
Gourd buster into the cover. And Kylie gets the shoulder up. A lot of hang time there as well, huh?
Yeah, and then she set it up there with that stalling suplex, which again, after all those strikes to the back, you line those vertebrae up and you have them upside down, knocking into each other. Great way to destabilize your opponent.
Kylie going to try and draw off the energy of the fans here. in her hometown of Chicago. And connects there with a rolling forearm, misses with a kick, and Jordynne, simple snapmare, momentum off the ropes. Oh! Cover! Not enough to put Kylie away, but that was like a low clothesline into a cradle.
It was like a train running into a couch, Rich. It was brutal, right? And Kylie Rae here, you can see wincing in pain. She's been through the ringer already.
Runs right into an elbow.
You want to be quick with Jordynne, but you don't want to be too quick.
Again, there's Kylie with that quick European uppercut.
And Jordynne clutching her neck over there. Maybe got hit in the throat directly.
And again, going after the back. Uh-oh.
Jordynne Grace getting inventive.
Wow!
Oh, my goodness!
Snap German suplex from the corner.
Out of nowhere. Just one step ahead of Jordynne Grace at that time, Rich. You know, these two are doing so many reversals, like a cat and mouse game here. I feel like it's at any given point, somebody's tail's going to get caught and the other's going to eat the other.
How much did that take out of Jordynne, or I should say out of Kylie, to deliver that suplex, especially after all the damage done to her back?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking as well, Rich. You know, her vertebrae have got to feel bruised right now, and to move Jordynne Grace around like that, it's got to take as much out of her as it did Jordynne. Stiff kick right there.
Big stop right to the gut. And, wow.
Nothing Jordynne Grace does, she does gracefully.
No.
It is hard. It is brutal. It leaves bruises.
They say, well, 3 simple body slams. Nope. Kylie able to slide free from the third. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Oh, this
Beautiful counter.
no, fantastic job by Kylie to block. Oh! See the look on Jordynne's face? Oh, my God.
See the look on the fans' faces. Everyone's wincing. They all feel it.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Good God.
you know, if Kylie Rae was choking on something, she could thank Jordynne, right?
could, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not the case here.
It's like getting knocked around with 2 telephone poles.
You know, I mentioned cat and mouse earlier. That's what it looks like when a cat toys with a mouse.
Somehow Kylie with enough to deliver a couple of clotheslines. Missed there, and whoa.
Oh, man, where is she finding this energy?
Really digging deep. Huge kick into the cover for the Progress Women's Championship. No! Jordynne Grace getting the shoulder up after a flurry of offense by the challenger here tonight in Chicago.
What an upset it would be for Kylie Rae to take the Progress Women's Championship right here.
Kylie biding her time, waiting for the opportunity, and uh-oh. Oh, no! Oh, sit-out powerbomb, and that is no!
Wow! Of course, that is the move that Jordynne has put Kylie away with in the past to help her win their first heads-up battle.
Reaction said it all.
This
Back into the cover. And Jordynne's, I don't want to say she's outwitted right here, but she's really thinking, what's next? What do I do? Not a position she's used to being in. And hold on here, Kylie Rae for the title. A quick reversal, back and forth.
seesaw here.
Kylie able to duck under, huge super kick.
Knocked her right in the jaw.
Russian leg sweep into the crossface.
And Jordynne Grace is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen.
Kylie Rae with the Progress World Women's Championship.
This is on the line right here. Jordynne's got to get to those ropes. She's got to get to those ropes, or she's got to reverse. She's got to roll her over.
Shoulders are down. And
Only 2.
wow.
Smart reversal there. Put the pressure on Kylie to break it so she doesn't get pinned.
I was thinking about another German suplex. Instead, this time, Jordynne able to roll her up. 2 count. Low clothesline. Kylie able to roll through.
What is Jordynne doing here?
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, God! And that's all she wrote. Pump handle driver does it. The Made in Japan, Jordynne Grace, retains the Progress Women's Championship here tonight at Chicago.
For our next match, we go all the way back to Warrior Wrestling 1 and the match that stole the show that night. Not only was it a lot of fun, not only was it incredible, but it solidified for Warrior Wrestling's backstage personnel, for our fans, for the other wrestlers, that Brian Cage was a force to be reckoned with and that he would be the future of Warrior Wrestling. This is Brian Cage versus Eddie Edwards.
Brian Cage, tremendous strength, and he's set a freak of nature. I mean, all you gotta do is look at him.
Oh, absolutely.
I was talking to him earlier today about his diet. He's one of these guys that he goes on the road, he has to bring the big cooler pack with him.
Yeah, he's got to have his own stuff everywhere.
That's right. You know, the meal prep and eating multiple times a day.
Yeah. Well, you got to maintain that body. You got to eat several times a day. You got to keep feeding that beast if you're going to keep a physique like that.
I said to him, isn't that a pain lugging that thing around everywhere? He said, hey, you know, people come up to me and they say, I want to look like you. Well, this is part of it.
You know, I think that Eddie Edwards may have the advantage here. You know, as we were saying, Brian Cage didn't know who his opponent was going to be until a few days ago. Eddie Edwards is, of course, known he's going to be facing Brian Cage. He's had a chance to prepare. He's had a chance to strategize. Brian Cage is being thrown Eddie Edwards here relatively last minute, and this is a guy you need some time to get ready for.
Eddie Edwards, 6 foot, about 214. As bulldozed right there by Cage. A 34-year-old out of Boston, Massachusetts, Eddie Edwards, you heard it, former Impact champion. Cage sends Edwards for the ride, puts on the brakes, and now Cage dumped to the outside.
Cage trying to get back in, slipped a little bit there, gave Eddie Edwards an opening. Excellent job keeping his eye on Brian Cage at all times. Oh, back first right there onto that ring apron. Hardest part of the ring. Real bad for your spine.
Eddie Edwards, former two-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champ, along with Davey Richards. Might have just gotten his throat crushed after being dropped across the top of the guardrail there. And now a knife-edge chop by Brian Cage.
More like a frying pan chop. Every part of this guy is just gigantic. Those big hands coming across your chest there, that does a lot of damage.
What I was trying to make with the championships is that Eddie Edwards is nobody to I guess, snooze on. He's held championships at probably everywhere but WWE.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, former Impact World Champion. I mean, this is a guy who knows how to go to the top.
Hold on here, trying to put away Brian Cage. Can he get a quick one? No.
Like I was saying, Eddie Edwards is a guy who knows how to get to the top of the mountain. He knows what it is to be the man inside of a promotion, as he was in Impact Wrestling there. And that gives him a little bit of a psychological advantage over a guy like Brian Cage, who is working to get to that point in his career right now.
Brian Cage, 6 foot, 265. And incredible freakish strength on display moments ago. Kick out by Edwards.
Everything's bigger with this guy. I just can't do a suplex into the ring. He's got to springboard you off the middle rope.
I've seen him lift people from the floor.
Chuck him right in.
No, and do a suplex over the ropes.
Insane. Yeah, this guy is just really only getting let loose on the wrestling world here in the past couple of years. I am as scared as anybody to find out what Brian Cage is going to become when he's had more time to grow as a wrestler, as a man inside this business.
Oh! Imagine the whiplash on that clothesline, and Cage could put it away right now. No. Edwards kicks out at 1, and
Edwards looks visibly shaken.
well, of course he's visibly shaken. You run into the bulldozer that's Brian Cage.
No, thank you. No, do not want.
Oh, was that a tooth that went flying?
I also saw that. Something shot off into the crowd there.
I really hope that was a stick of gum. Covered. And Edwards again out at 1. And a lot of times guys are chewing gum or they'll have a cough drop or something in the ring, and you take one of those back elbows. From where we sit, we can't tell what is it a tooth? Is it a chiclet? What is it?
Could have been a tooth. I mean, you take a back elbow from a guy like Brian Cage. Don't be surprised if you lose a couple teeth.
Cage going for the suplex. Edwards reverses. Nice go behind by Cage.
A little bit of a one-upsmanship game here between the two.
Boot to the gut, Brian Cage. What's this going to be? Oh, reversed beautifully by Edwards.
That is so hard to do when you have a guy like Brian Cage just so ready to execute on a move, to feel the momentum's going against you, and at that right moment, be able to switch it around and throw him to the mat. Well done by Eddie Edwards right there.
How resilient is Eddie Edwards?
Like I said, Rich, this man got hit in the face with a baseball bat.
Wait a minute. Brian Cage looking for the buckle bomb. No. Reversed by Edwards. And now Eddie winding up. Full steam ahead, suicide dive!
Right into that guardrail on the outside, and these are steel guardrails. That is unforgiving right there. These aren't these big padded guardrails you got on the outside. This is raw.
Brian Cage flat on his back.
You know, we call this warrior wrestling, and it's because of the warriors that go out there like this. Guys like Brian Cage and Eddie Edwards putting it all on the line here. Again, this is the debut show. This is the place you come and you make your statement be known. Both men right here, I'm sure, would love to get a victory here on the debut. Oh my God!
Running knee right to the jaw. Edwards to put it away. And Cage gets the shoulder up.
I thought that was it. I mean, there was a loud thud right there when you heard that knee from Eddie Edwards crash right into the forehead of Brian Cage. Brian Cage is now the one who looks a little dazed and confused. Big boot from Eddie Edwards.
Caught by Brian Cage. Wow. There's that freakish strength in Cage.
Wow.
Cover.
That is insanity. Eddie Edwards, 200 plus pounds. Brian Cage picking him out of the air like he's Space Monkey grabbing a banana, you know? The fans right now are clapping so loudly I can literally feel the ground shaking underneath me. They are so invested in which of these two men is going to be able to pick up the victory.
What's Cage going to mind here? Oh my God!
Turns him inside out!
Cover! And again, Edwards powers out.
How much more do you got to throw at these two to keep somebody down? Like being on a roller coaster ride there, doing the big old flip the way Brian Cage came at Eddie Edwards.
It was almost like a Steiner screwdriver, wasn't it?
A little bit. Shades of. And oh my God. What'd you say, 260 plus pounds Brian Cage is?
Going to the top, and Eddie Edwards sensing the matchup could be in jeopardy. Goes to the top into Frankensteiner. Speaking of, cover. Cage out of 2.
Absolutely picture perfect Frankensteiner off the top rope there. You got to feel good if you're Eddie Edwards now. You know that Brian Cage has been taking a lot of punishment from you here for a little while, possibly softened up a little bit.
Cage will give her that short arm lariat. Edwards fighting back, chops to the gigantic chest of Brian Cage. Oh, going for the discus lariat. Caught with a series of kicks by Edwards. And now Cage with a discus lariat. That's going to be enough.
That's got to be it. He's got to get up, though. He's got to get on top of Eddie Edwards right now. I don't disagree. Eddie Edwards is out cold, but unless you can get on top of him for that pinfall, you're giving him too much time to recuperate here.
I'm not even going to begin to guess where the count is right now.
About halfway through at 5 count.
Is that about 5?
6.
Crowd chanting one thing, referees on another number.
Fans here at Warrior Wrestling, they kind of go to the beat of their own drum, Rich.
Both men able to fight, so the match will continue.
Just desperation here as these two men are trying to get to their feet.
You really calling Brian Cage desperate?
Well, look at them right now. They're both digging down deep in order to find any energy right now to be able to throw those big hands, those big forearms into each other's faces.
Edwards winds up. Cage answers.
I'm a little surprised Eddie Edwards was able to win out there for a moment in a brawling contest, but it doesn't look like it was long lasted.
Blue Thunder bomb by Edwards. And Cage gets the shoulder up at 2. My God, how did Edwards pull that out of nowhere?
The fans here at Warrior Wrestling absolutely beside themselves. That was not enough to put away Brian Cage. Eddie Edwards is saying, you know what? I got to put the sword through the heart of the beast here. I got to finish this right now.
Eddie Edwards.
Like a wolf stalking his prey.
Caught by Brian Cage. Fireman's carry.
F5.
Plants him. Cover. Cage for the win. And no. 2.5. Edwards somehow stays in it.
Wow. Brian Cage not wasting any time, immediately going for what looks like a vertebreaker here.
Gonna be the gory special.
Oh, never mind.
Oh!
Oh my God. Wow. The way that Brian Cage.
That's it for this episode of Warrior Wrestling Greatest Matches. Thank you to High Spots and Wrestling Travel. We'll see you on the next episode.